30 years ago in 1992, when I was member of the House of Reps. These gentlemen were my colleagues in the House 30 years ago. And when I was Minister of Defense and so on and so forth, even when I was in the NDDC and when I was in the Constitutional Conference. So we are so happy and thankful to Almighty God for sparing our lives, and of course with good health, to continue to work for Nigerians.
Okay,
so thank you very much.
Okay, sir. As the former governor of Kano State, you served also as a former senator of the Federal Republic, former Minister of Defense. So what informed your decision to contest for the presidential seat under the NPP party in Nigeria?
You know, many people will answer with question. What else will you want me to contest? I contested everything. You know, in the last 30 years, I contested 18 elections. I won 15, I lost 3. I lost 1 as a sitting governor in 2003. I lost 1 in Lagos when I contested with Buhari. I lost 1 in Port Harcourt when I contested in PDP with Atiku and others. So I contested elections. I have been almost everywhere. And the idea of taking time to do all these things is to learn in the system. It's not a matter of, I read this book, or I crammed these figures. You go out and start telling people by mouth. Ours is practical. We go through the system, we work as hard as we can to ensure that we don't make a mistake when we're there. And now we have accumulated enough experience and enough knowledge in the system to the extent that one will hardly remember any better person who can do this job in this country. So we are so happy that God spared our lives and we are in these various positions. And it's difficult to see anything which is not because all this time, in the last 30 years, not only we are working on the party, we are also working together with presidents, beginning from IBB in 1992 to, of course, Shonikan in 1993. It goes on and on. Of course, Abacha, Abdusalami, Obasanjo, and so on, Yaradua, my late friend, and Jonathan, and of course now Muhammad Buhari. We were always there, either as people in the palace and also as people in the opposition. And all of them are important. And even the elections that I told you, the ones I won, they are very important. And even those that I lost. Because any politician who only being winning election without losing, he shouldn't be in a hurry to call himself a complete politician. And even vice versa, if you are just losing and losing, you only know how to manage failure. You wouldn't know how to manage success, and of course vice versa. So we are happy that we are able to put a sample on the ground. And now is the time to ask Nigerians to do the right thing. This is not the time to do any experiment. If you want to know anybody, go home and find out what he has done when he had opportunity. Not wait till he goes to the TV and television cramming all sorts of figures to tell people that this is that. Okay, what have you done when you had opportunity? And that is why everybody now believes that Kwankwaso has at least Kano or Northwest, because this is my home. This is where I belong. And it's not based on just because I come from here, or we share religion, or we share ethnicity and so on. No, based on practical performance.
One question, sir. As Your Excellency, what are your plans for youth, education and security in the country?
Education and security.
Yes.
Good. Well, I think most people know me as Mr. Education in our political cycle and even outside. What we have done in education in 8 years in Kano is unmatched by any politician at all levels in this country. Nobody has done that much. In fact, we established 2 universities, Kano University of Science and Technology, and certainly the Northwest University. And the idea of Northwest University is to bring all of us together, bring Northwest together, because we have to do whatever we can to integrate people, to come together. And the Chancellor, of course, is the Emir of Argungu here in Kebbi State. He has been there since the inception of the university. And we have done so much. Education in Kano was free over the years. I was governor, and everybody, no child of school age during our time that did not go to school or did not have a space. When I say space, I mean a seat, a chair, or a desk in his village or in his town. There was nobody of secondary school who has qualified to go to secondary that did not get a space to go to secondary school. So also tertiary education in Kano State. Of course, we are feeding our children 1 meal every day. We were also giving them 2 sets of uniform to encourage them to go to school. We were teaching or training and retraining the teachers. Even teachers who had no NCE, over 21,000 of them were trained free of charge. We gave them scholarships to go and do their NCE and degrees to come back. And we encourage parents to send their children to school. So ours is a special case in Kano State. And of course, I'm sure you know our foreign sponsorship that we send so many young men and women all over the world, 14 countries. At that time, we sent over 3,000 abroad, 14 countries. And all of them are back now. And they are the backbone of Kwankwaso today. And they cut across all the states, including southern states. Because in Kano, we were not sponsoring what some people call indigenous. We were sponsoring people who are residents in Kano. And all tribes benefited. And I'm so happy that even yesterday I had so many of them who came to appreciate what we have done to them, and also assured us that they are our ambassadors here in Kebbi State. And we have done so much in education, especially in the private universities. We selected some universities in addition to our own. We selected private universities, especially Al-Kalam University in Katsina. We sent over 400 Kano residents. And also Crescent, we sent 200, Bells University 300, Ignidia 300, even Abti in Adamawa 25, and so on and so forth. And we selected federal universities and built some hostels for them, especially Ahmadu Bello University, Usman Danfodio University in Sokoto, and even the Al-Kalam University itself, by Duguri. We built 300-bed hostels for them free of charge to encourage them to admit our students. I'm so happy. 2 years before I left Kano, even my local universities were complaining that they had no Kano indigenous to admit. So that's education. And we are not only doing that, we also encourage them to get a job. I remember when my foundation, Kwankwaso Foundation, sent 370 after the 2019 election to study abroad. When they came back with their master's degree, we arranged what we call a job fair, inviting all the employers we could remember and they all came. Many of them were employed. Some are now doing their own private businesses, both within and outside the country. Some are there doing their PhDs and so on abroad. So we thank Almighty God that we had the wisdom and courage and sincerity to face education squarely in Kano. And now it's a history that is working for us. For the jobs, of course, the basic thing, have the education, good education, and so on and so forth. So I'm so happy that we are able to do so much over the years in this country. Just for a second.